Hello birdies, it's Whitney. Today I'm going to bring you a movie review, and the movie of the day is Ponyo. I'm aware that this movie has been around for a little while now, but it's new to me, so I thought I'd review it anyway. For those of you that don't know about the movie, Ponyo is a Ghibli Disney production. It is also a loose representation of Hans Christian Andersen's classic story, The Little Mermaid. Emphasis on the term loose. That's why it would be unfair to directly compare it to The Little Mermaid made by Disney in the 80s. And to remind you how these reviews work, I talk about a certain number of categories within the movie and I rate them out of 5 each. And at the end, I tally up the entire score and tell you how much exactly I enjoyed this movie. So let's get started! Plot. The plot was really lovely. It is probably the one aspect of the film that is the most similar to the classic Little Mermaid tale, with some small differences. But the story moved in a way that was very familiar. It definitely retains that aspect throughout the entire movie very well, and any changes that were made just seem to make it all that more magical. I absolutely loved it, that's why I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Mood. The best way that I can describe the mood to you is in 3 words. Cute, innocent, and magical. To me, it had a very similar feeling to My Neighbor Totoro, so if you enjoyed that movie, you should probably go ahead and do yourself a favor and watch this one. 5 out of 5! Character development. Of course, the main 2 characters in the story, both being children, were lovely and adorable. If there's one thing that Ghibli knows how to do, it is child characters. However, some of the adults were a little bit difficult to understand fully because they would do one thing and then turn around and do the complete opposite thing. Also, for the adults, you never really knew who was going to be a major carrier of the plot. Sometimes that's a good thing in movies, sometimes it's not such a good thing for movies, and I kind of felt like for this movie it was a little unnecessary. And when you finally felt like you actually had a handle on the adult characters, they went ahead and proved you wrong. I give it a 3 out of 5. Cinematography. Gorgeous. I was pleasantly surprised with some of the National Geographic-like shots. It was definitely a pleasure to watch, and at some points I was expecting David Attenborough to come up and start narrating the whole thing. With cinematography, Ghibli never lets us down. 5 out of 5 for sure. Animation. Absolutely stunning. I often feel with Ghibli productions you're not looking at an animated feature, you're looking at a moving painting. And the water in this film, can we talk about that for a second? It is incredible. I have never seen anything like that. Nothing can beat the quality of the water in this film. 5 out of 5. Music. Nice and serene. But with some of the bigger scenes, I wish they kind of took a more playful, childish approach rather than a bigger, more dramatic one. Because after all, this film is carried by children. 4 out of 5. Voice acting for the Japanese. Adorable. They picked the perfect cast. No complaints here. 5 out of 5. Voice acting, English. No matter what I feel like with Japanese productions, I'm always going to prefer the Japanese voice acting over the English, but the English was quite nice as well. However, Ponyo's dad did sound a little bit spastic at times. Yeah, it's a character thing, but I felt it went a little bit far at times. 4.5 out of 5. Now when we tally all of the points together, we get an overall score of, drumroll please, 36.5 out of 40. I really enjoyed this movie. And if you enjoy Ghibli, if you enjoy Totoro, I highly advise you to watch it. You will not regret it. It is truly a work of art. And that is it for this review, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram under WhitneyBird13. Bye bye birdies!